Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Out of the Park Baseball 24 with the Chicago Cubs. It has been a really good month and a half since I last saw you. That was July 31st, the trade deadline. We've gone 29 and 12 since the trade deadline. We are 92 and 54 and really are running away and hiding at this point with the NL Central. Before we get into the video, of course, guys, just please leave the video a like, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, leave a comment, let me know how you think we're doing, and join my Discord. It's growing slowly, but it's got some really knowledgeable folks over there about the game of baseball and some other stuff. Our trade deadline acquisitions: Shane Baz, 3-2 with a 2.56 ERA. In 10 starts, a 167 ERA plus. He has been everything we have needed to solidify our rotation. And then offensively, Paul Goldschmidt, 320, 433, 580, a 1013 OPS, 173 OPS plus, 3 home runs, 16 runs knocked in 60 plate appearances. So our 2 trade deadline acquisitions are doing work, as they say. You can see offensively, Tim Anderson at 5 WAR for the year, 22 home runs, 74 knocked in. Casey Schmidt, just another fantastic season for Casey. Bubba Thompson, again, Schmidt and Thompson, really the 2 best acquisitions we've made in this playthrough, I think, combining for 9 WAR so far with a couple of weeks left. Acuna having another good season, 3 WAR, 813 OPS, 22 home runs. Alex Bregman has had a nice bounce back season. Again, I expect him to opt out because he's only making $9 million next year. PCA is doing fine. No problem. Slightly above league average bat. Same thing with Drew Romo, except his bat's below league average, but I don't really care. He's hitting, or he's catching the best bullpen or the best rotation in the game. Mikey Romero, a 300 hitter in his rookie campaign. Not a lot of power, but does have 30 doubles. Dansby Swanson has come along. 779 OPS. He had a really good August and September. August, obviously, you can see significantly better than his September so far, but still, every time I talk about moving on from him, the offense seems to pick up. And then our 4 bench players, Wagner, Corona, Mayer, and Hunt, are all, everybody's above average except for Blake Hunt. I mean, even RJ, 21 RBIs in 152 games, playing great defense. Pitching-wise, Burns and Paddock are our 1-2 punch. Vinicio has been elite on the mound for us. 3.4 WAR, 13.6 Ks per 9. Matt Brash has been good. Not as good as previous seasons, which is not great for him, given what his ARB estimate is going to be. And then the rest of our bullpen's been really good. It continues to be a strength of our team. And, nobody's even been below average. Chivilli's been our worst bullpen arm from a WAR perspective, and he's still putting up a 141 ERA plus, so no issues there. We are 8 games up as Cincinnati's played some really good ball as well here over the last month and a half. You can see they're 9-1 in their last 10. We have an 8-game lead we've played 146 games, so we have an 8-game lead with about 16 games left. Aiming for that best record in the National League. So let's get to it. Let's get to the sim and see how it goes. Currently riding a 3-game winning streak. Make it 4 with a 5-0 shutout. Swanson and Romero, each with 2 hits and 2 RBIs. Bregman homers. Brash pitches 5 1/3. Again, as soon as I talk about moving on from players, they seem to step up and perform. So I am recording, right? Yes, I am recording. All right, let's keep going. Shane Baz on the hill today. Another win, 2-1 this time. Baz gives up 1 run in 5. Our bullpen's so good, man. So good. And we look for the sweep with Paddock on the hill. And we get it. Chris Paddock, a 15-game winner this year, guys. That That signing is looking better and better. Chris Paddock, a 15-game winner for us. Bregman, Anderson, Schmidt, all with 2 hits. Bubba Thompson, 2 for 4 with 6 RBIs. He has an outside shot at 100 RBIs this season. We have 4 players with 22 home runs on the year. PCA, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Paddock gives up 2 and 5 1/3. We got Pittsburgh coming in now. The last place Pirates. Our lead's up to 9. We've already clinched a playoff spot. Division's not that far behind. We win 2-1. Efren Contreras picks up his 13th win. 8 innings of 1-run ball. Schmidt with 3 hits. Acuna and Thompson each with 2. Another game against Pittsburgh. Corbin looking for his 15th win, get that ERA sub 4, and he does both. Tim Anderson, 5 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Casey Schmidt. Anderson and Schmidt both with home runs. Casey looking for that for number 30. Burns gives up 1 earned run in 7 1/3. Another game against Pittsburgh. Another win. Oh, and we lose Casey Schmidt for the rest of the regular season. That's not great, but hopefully we have enough to maintain, and he's back before too long. He's going to finish his regular season a 300 hitter, 301, 29 home runs, 90 RBIs. That's his best offensive year so far. Put up 4.9 WAR for us. PCA, a couple hits. Bubba Thompson up to 93 RBIs. Brash with another win. All right, so I think we just stick Corona at 3rd. Certainly not going to bat him 3rd. I think we'll move. Yeah, that does some damage to our lineup, especially from a left, right, left perspective. We're just not that good. Put Romero in. I don't really have the arm for third base, but neither does Anderson. Yeah, I mean, it's only a couple of weeks, and it's really just to get us to the postseason, right? I mean, we're in decent shape. As we finish the season. 3 weeks puts us where? He might miss the first round of the playoffs, might be back just in time for it. I guess we'll see. Look for the sweep of the Pirates. Get it with a 3-2 win. Romero picks up a hit and an RBI. Baz with another victory. Taking on Atlanta now. Max Fried going against Chris Paddock. Looking for our 100th win of the year. And we get it. And all right, that one stings. We may have to move on from Swanson just because he can't stay healthy. All right, so Tim Anderson will become our starting shortstop. Romero, our starting second baseman. Bregman goes 3 for 4. It's a home run. Paddock has his 16th win of the year. All right. So Anderson becomes our shortstop. Romero becomes our second baseman. Our DH against... Do we just go with Wagner? Just stick him back out? I think we just stick Wagner back out there as the DH. What do we do from a defensive perspective now? Shoemake. Oof. That's not good. That hurts us all around the infield because Anderson's a better second baseman than Romero. And Swanson's a better second baseman or a better shortstop than Tim Anderson. So that's going to hurt us all over the place defensively. I mean, it does get Romero back into his more customary position against lefties, I guess, but that's a minimum of positivity. Swanson's out for the year. All right, how do we go now without our the entire starting left side of our infield? No game. All right, got rained out. All right, we had a doubleheader. We win them both. We win them both without the entire starting left side of our infield. We still win both ends of the doubleheader. Kerr Armstrong 4 for 5, Corona 2 for 5, 4 runs knocked in. Corbin gives up 2 runs in 2 2/3 innings and then gets ejected. We win the second game 5-3. Wagner and a couple of hits. Corona with a big doubleheader there for us. Contreras is now 14-10 on the year. Pittsburgh coming up tomorrow. Yeah, I hope we get Casey back for the postseason. At least we won't have a first round, so he'll have some time to recover there. All right, Brash on the hill. Another win. How many in a row is that? Kerr Armstrong 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Brash is 11-5. How many wins in a row is that for the Cubs? 14 straight victories for the Cubbies. All right, can we make it 15? We can. A 5-4 win. Scored 4 in the third, 1 in the sixth. Bregman, looks like a home run for him. Romero, or no home run, just a couple hits, couple RBIs. Romero, same thing. We look for the sweep now over Marcus Stroman and the Cubs, or in the Pirates. Two weeks on for Casey. I think that means we get him back for the first round or for the divisional series. All right, so we lose. We lose after winning 15 games in a row. We lose 9-1. Chris Paddock is 16-9. Who got the start in this one? Paddock. Okay, 16-9. Even after that bad performance. How are our Necker got better? Good. Love to see it. Contact's up to a 40 already. Okay, and his contact is back up to a 65. The home run power is back up to a 70. Iron discipline, or 75. Iron discipline up to a 70. You like to see that. Batter of the month in the AL, Colson Montgomery. In the NL, Juan Soto, pitcher of the month in the AL. Rodon, Nick Lodolo is your pitcher of the month. Owen Cassie. Okay, all right. I see you, Owen Cassie. Rookie of the month in September, and Javier Bolivar in the National League. 3 games left. Efren Contreras pitching today, and that's a 3-1 win. He gets knocked down for a little bit. He goes 4 1/3. A couple RBIs for Bubba. Still an outside shot. He's 4 RBIs in the last 2 games of the year. Corbin Burns looking for his 16th victory of the season. And, I don't know what happened. Okay, now he's looking for his 16th win of the season. Doesn't get it. And Matt Brash will pitch the finale. Hopefully no injuries. And we get an injury, because of course we do. Of course we do, and it's going to be a long-term injury. Of course. Last day of the year. Okay. All right. Let's just finish the day, see how bad it is, and then move on. He's day-to-day for 1 to 2 weeks. It's not as bad as it could have been. All right. So we finished the season 105-57. We were really, really good post All-Star break. 42-15 post All-Star break. 42-15 post All-Star break. Quick look at the stats again. Anderson ends up at 5.4 WAR. Bubba Thompson 4.5. Talked about Casey already. Acuna 3.4. PCA 2.8. Bregman 2.5. Yeah, just a lot of good performances offensively across the board for our team, and then same thing with pitching. Burns and Paddock, both 15 or 16 game winners. I think Brash comes out of the rotation for the playoff series, and we make him a reliever. Like that as our 4-man rotation and go Corbin. All right, playoff roster. Players eligible for playoff roster. When do we get... Phone is beeping. How long is he out for? Where is he? Fractured rib 1 week. Yeah, we're gonna leave him on the roster because we get him back in a week. So, anybody not on the roster that should be? I don't think so. Nope. Nope. All right. Pitching, we're good there. Lineups. It's just gonna stay the way it is. There's nothing I can do about it. So let's get to the next playoff round. It's the Dodgers and Reds, Giants and the Braves, and the wild card. Arizona and Chicago are your two top teams. Mariners, Rays, Twins, Tigers with the Yankees and the Rangers. Reds take the first game against the Dodgers. The Reds and the Braves sweep. We'll be taking on the Reds again. Twins sweep the Tigers. Rays and Mariners going to a game 3. And we're taking on Nick Lodolo. He's out for 4 days, so he is going to miss most of this series. Okay. All right. Well, let's get to it. Nick Lodolo against Corbin Burnes in game 1. We were 6-7 against the Reds this season, and we take a 1-0 series lead with a 7-3 victory. Bregman 3 for 5 RBIs. PCA, 2 home runs, 4 runs knocked in. Burnes goes 8. Hunter Green against Chris Paddock in game 2. We're up 2-0, a 13-6 shellacking of the Reds. 4 for 5 for Tim Anderson, 3 for 5 RBIs for Acuna. Paddock doesn't pitch well, but we scored so many runs that it did not matter. All right, we're going to get Schmidt back. If there's a game 5, I think we get Casey Schmidt back. I think that's what this is telling us. Benicio's, his injury is over in 2 days. So a win here would be terrific. Let's just end this series, give our team a chance to heal up. No, we lose 9-3. Pages drives in 3 for them. Cerda with 9 RBIs so far in the series. Oh, in the postseason, right? Because they had a series before this. Baz gets smoked. All right, game 4, Sonny Gray and Efren Contreras. I certainly don't want this to go 5. Can we please just win game 4? We cannot. We lose 8-5, so it is going to go 5. And knowing out of the park, I fully anticipate we're going to lose game. I fully anticipate we're going to lose game 5 at home. Fully anticipate it, but we will see. 105 wins in the regular season. I completely expect us to lose this game against Nick Lodolo, and the Cincinnati Reds. We will see how it goes, though. We will see how it goes. All right, here we go. Corbin Burnes, Nick Lodolo. And we win 3-2 in game 5. Corbin Burnes does it again. 7 innings, 3 hits, strikes out 10. Matt Brash comes in, gives up a couple runs, but gets the save, and we do advance. International Amateurs. Let's do that real quick. Rogelio Quadra, nickname of Boomstick. Gregorio Ramirez looks okay. Rogelio Andrade, the Handkerchief Prince. Okay, we're going to invite him just because of that nickname. Just because of that nickname, the Handkerchief Prince. Serrano looks okay. I'm not going to invite Quadra. Well, I guess we may as well. I mean, we already have a high relationship. Maybe other teams won't want him. I doubt it, but maybe other teams won't want him. Escalante. His nickname's terrible. Literally, his nickname was terrible. Edgar Sagarero, we'll invite him. Yeah, these guys, they all cost more than I would like to spend. So it's like, this is somebody I might go after. Alejandro Andrade. He only wants 1.1. Persenio. This looks like it might be a one and done type draft class. Yeah. Find one player that we want to go after and lean on that. All right, so we got Arizona coming up. Our rotation's a little out of whack because we had to start Corbin Burnes in Game 5. So that should mean Paddock is going today, right? Yep, Paddock, Baz, Contreras. He pitched really poorly as a stopper, so we're going to go ahead and take him out of that role. Abreu was really, really good. High leverage. We're going to bring him in early. Backup role as a stopper. High leverage. All right, sorry about that. All right, here we go. National League Championship Series. We were 3-4 against the Diamondbacks during the regular season. They send Kodai Senga up against Chris Paddock. We are at home, and we take a 1-0 series lead with a 3-1 victory. Anderson hitting .577 in the postseason. Crow Armstrong with another home run. Paddock goes 5 2/3. Our bullpen does what our bullpen does. Game 2, Shane Baz against Landon Sims. Series is tied at 1. We get blown out 13-7. Benicio gives up 4 unearned runs. Baz doesn't make it out of 2. I think if it comes back around to Baz, I don't think he gets a start. He's had 2 starts in the postseason, and they've both been terrible. Huge Game 3 in Arizona. Efren Contreras against Angel Zerpa. Oh, no, they're going to start Ryan Nelson here against Contreras. We take a 2-1 series lead with a 7-4 victory. David Corona with a granny in the 7th. Let's go. Wagner had 3 hits. Romero hitting .344. Contreras pitched good enough. So now this is where the pitching rotation being jacked up in the first series works to our advantage. We got Corbin Burnes going in Game 4 here, and they beat Corbin Burnes. Wow. Okay. They beat Corbin Burnes. He gives up 2 5 2/3. Schmidt gets the loss. Our bullpen again. Not pitching great here in the postseason. Game 5, Paddock against Senga once again. We are up 3-2. We win 12-1, and we're going home for the final 2 games of this division series. An 8-run first inning against Aaron Nola. Oh, no, Kodai Senga didn't make it out of the first. They had to bring in Aaron Nola in the first inning. Paddock gets the win. Cunha with a home run. So we're going to have, I don't think Baz gets the start here. I think we go Matt Brash. We can't go Matt Brash because he started. He pitched yesterday. Shoot, I should have held him out. Should have held him out. He's still tired. All right, game 6 at home. Brandon Pfaadt against Shane Baz for a chance for us to go to our first World Series, and we make it. There we go. Finals, baby, indeed. Tim Anderson is your NLCS MVP. We win 3-0. So again, all I got to do is threaten them with either not resigning or pulling them out of their potential start, and they figure it out. Baz goes 5, shutout, Coleman, Chivilli, and Vinicio, all perfect, and we make our first World Series. Who are we going to be taking on? Who are we playing in the World Series? We don't know yet. Either the Yankees or the Rangers. Looks like we should be able to have our rotation set as well. So Burns in game 1. Taking on the Yankees. All right. Taking on the New York Yankees in the postseason. Yankees went 96-66. Second best offense, second best pitching staff. They are without Jason Dominguez. I guess it's not that big a loss. No Javi Baez. They don't have their starting shortstop either. No huge injuries there. Their offense... Well, wait, where's Aaron Judge? Where's Aaron Judge in our world? He's not in their starting lineup? Interesting. Okay. I'm sure he'll play. But yeah, it's interesting that he's not listed in their starting lineup. Yeah, I mean, they look okay. I mean, their pitching staff is scarier than their lineup, truth be told. Rodon, Serna, and Javier. I mean, those are 3 really good pitching lines. So all right, let's make sure our pitching staff is set. It is going to be Burns going opening day, the first game of the World Series. And here we go, guys. Our first World Series, Carlos Rodon against Corbin Burns at Wrigley. And the Yankees beat us 10-6. Oof. Corbin doesn't make it out of 4. Chivilli gets lit up. Wow. Okay. Game 2, Matt Sauer against Luis Serna against Chris Paddock. And we win game 2 at home. So we are going to have to win a road game in order to take this series. Wagner 3 for 4, 5 RBIs. Paddock pitches well. Who pitched for them in this game? Severino got the start. Interesting. Okay. Shane Baz going in game 3 at the toilet. That's what Red Sox fans refer to Yankee Stadium as. So forgive me for that. If you are a Yankee fan, I didn't mean that. That's just what came out. It's November 1st. We're going to do internationals before we go any further. All right. Now we can get back into it. Baz against Serna in game 3. They beat us 11-9 in 16 innings. The Yankees walk it off. MJ Melendez with a walk-off home run against Jonathan Edwards in the 16th inning. We scored 5 in the 9th to send it to extras. Oof, game for the ages right there. All right, so the Yankees have retaken home field advantage here. They're up 2-1 through 3. Can we tie the series, or do we go down 3-1? We go down 3-1. We lose 7-6. A 6-run 5th inning for the Yankees. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to come up just a shade shy here, guys. Corbin Burns, Carlos Rodon, game 5. We win 3-2, so we're still alive. We win 12-3. Acuna, Goldschmidt, Romero, Bubba Thompson all have great seasons. Burns doesn't pitch great, but our bullpen does what they need to do. So all we have to do to win the World Series is win two games at home. Just win 2 games at home, and we win the World Series. Jeralmy Santana against Chris Paddock in Game 6, and we do take Game 6 5-4. So we force a Game 7, and I think we're going to let the game go ahead and simulate. We'll see what happens. Chris Paddock goes 5. All right, who's starting for us? Do we really want Shane Baz going in this game? Or do we go Matt Brash? I think we're going to go Matt Brash. We're going to go Matt Brash. Oof. Here we go. Luis Serna against Matt Brash in Game 7 of the World Series. We're just going to let the AI do its thing. So the Volpe at second, Peraza at short, Luca Reyes at first, Spencer Jones in left, Henry Davis is the DH, MJ Melendez out in right field, Gleyber Torres at third, Harrison Bader in center field, and Thomas Nieto, I can't remember how to pronounce it, is the catcher. Serna 17-10, 4.18. For us, Bregman, Anderson, Schmidt, Acuna, Thompson, PCA, Wagner, Romero, Romo, Matt Brash gets the start. And it is Game 7 of the World Series, the Yankees and the Cubs at Wrigley Field. Here we go. This is it. It's 25 degrees at Wrigley Field here on this October day. And he walks Anthony Volpe to get things started. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Get the force out at second. Luca Reyes strikes out. There's a pop-up on the infield, so we work around the leadoff walk. It says the wind's blown out to left, so this could be a crazy one at Wrigley. Alex Bregman leads off for us. Fly out to left. Tim Anderson, another line out to left. Casey Schmidt grounds out to short. So we go in order in the first. Henry Davis. Hits one off the wall. Going to be a double. Leadoff triple. MJ Melendez. They pull the infield in. I hate it when they do this. Gleyber Torres. Fly ball to right. Catch is made. And we are down 1-0 in the second. Harrison Bader fly to center, and he hits a home run. Oh, my Lord. All right, so we're down 2 in the second. Let's see if our offense can do something here. Acuna leads off. Strikes out. Bubba Thompson. Base hit to right. Just a second, guys. Sorry about that. I got a spam caller I needed to put in their place. All right, PCA comes up. Bubba Thompson at first. And he strikes out. So 2 outs, runner at first. Wagner. Stolen base. Base hit for Wagner would be nice. Nope. All right, well, this hasn't started the way we would have wanted. We're down 2-0 after 2. Volpe with a fly ball to right. I'm wondering if I overthink it with Brash. Guys, let me know what you think. Did I overthink it with Matt Brash? Should I have gone with Shane Baz? I feel like I made the umpire. Okay, a snow delay. Did I overthink it with Brash? Should I have gone with Baz? Brash has now gone 3. Hasn't looked particularly sharp. Romero's hit by a pitch to lead off the inning. Romo strikes out. Okay, so first and second, 1 out for Tim Anderson. He strikes out. Schmidt grounds out to short. So we had an opportunity there. First and second, 1 out. Couldn't get anything done, though. Melendez. Fly ball to left, 1 away. Walks Gleyber Torres. Now Baz comes in. Okay. So I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Nieto grounds out. All right. So we're through 3.5. We still have some work to do. We're down by 2. Leadoff single for Acuna. Thompson now. Ball gets... Oh, no. He's going to steal second. Ronald steals second in the 4th inning of Game 7. Bubba strikes out. Serena's just dominating here so far. Anthony Volpe with a home run. Guys, we're going to lose in Game 7 of the World Series at home. Diving catch out and left. Blooper. So it doesn't look like starting Baz or Brash was the right idea. Henry Davis. Okay. It's only 3 runs, but we haven't shown any ability to put anything together here against Serna in the early going. We do get a base hit there. Romo's going to strike out, though. Yeah, this is what's been happening. We get a runner on base, and then it's strikeout, and then ground out. That's 3 innings in a row that's happened. We've had a runner on base, followed by 2 strikeouts, and then a ground out. Baz is pitching well. Although, we could have started, Cy Young in this game, and it wouldn't have mattered at this point because we can't get any offense. This is ugly. An ugly offensive performance from the one of the best offensive teams in baseball this year. Ryan Abreu comes on here in the 7th. Two outs. Okay. Go to the stretch. We have 3 hits. There's a base hit for Wagner. Ugh. All right, runners at the corners now with 2 outs. Bregman steps in. Bregman went yard. Alex Bregman, 3-run homer in the bottom of the 7th to tie the game. What a clutch swing by Alex Bregman in the 7th inning, tying the game at 3. We got a brand new ball game. That was all with 2 outs as well. Let's watch where is it? Where is the replay? .8 miles per hour off the bat by Alex Bregman onto Waveland Avenue, tying the game in the 7th inning. Tim Anderson now with a missile to left. There's another hit. 5 straight hits for the Cubs here in the 7th inning. Runner at third. Acuna now. Oh, he strikes out. All right, well, we scored 3 to get it tied. Abreu out for a second inning of work. We built this team around the bullpen, and now it is a game of bullpens. So let's see what happens here. We've got Bubba Thompson, Pete Crow Armstrong, and Wagner here in the 8th against Ron Marinaccio. He's their closer. A fly out to left, 1 away in the 8th. Crow Armstrong with a fly ball to right. That's 2 away. And Max Wagner is hit by a pitch. Mikey Romero flies out to left. Okay, so we go to the 9th. I'm super nervous. Vinicio is out there, our closer now. 50 saves on the season. Fly ball to right, 1 away. Gleyber Torres now strikes out. Harrison Bader strikes out. All right, bottom of the 9th inning. We look to win the World Series against their closer. Hasn't given up an earned run in the postseason. We send up 9-1-2 here in the 9th. Drew Romo with a leadoff single. That's it. There we go. Should be pinch running for him. Actually, no. He's 50 speed. Bregman with a base hit. First 2 men reach. First 2 men reach here in the 9th. Tim Anderson grounds to short. And he grounds into a 6-4-3. Why is he not bunting there? So runner at third, 2 outs, and they pinch hit Corona for Casey Schmidt. What's Daniel Corona do? Loops it to right. And the catch is made. Extra inning, game 7. Vicinio is out there for his 2nd inning of work. Strikes out the first batter. Strikes out the second batter. Strikes out the third batter. He is dominating. And guys, I got to pause again. Sorry about that. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I had to take a phone call. I forgot I had a conference call scheduled. Right in the bottom of the 10th inning in Game 7 of the World Series. And we're going to send up 4, 5, 6 here against Carlos Rodon coming in and pitching in the 10th inning for the Yankees. All hands on deck, I guess, right? All hands on deck. So they go to Rodon, and he strikes out Acuna. Bubba Thompson with a 1-out single to left. Ground ball to first. So we have a runner at second with 2 outs and Wagner up. Well, they intentionally walk him to get to Mikey Romero. Romero, the catch is made by the shortstop. I thought that was getting through. Chivilli now comes in the 11th. Ground ball to third. 1 out. Spencer Jones. Ground ball in front of the plate. Infield single. Henry Davis strikes out. And Melendez. I literally have butterflies in my stomach here. Bottom of the 11th inning, Drew Romo leading off against Rodon. He grounds out to first. Bregman strikes out. And Tim Anderson. This 2-out single to right. Corona with a line drive to center field over the head of the center fielder. Hitting second round. Oh, where is he? He's at third. Tim Anderson is home, and we walk it off in the 11th. A double by Danny Corona in the bottom of the 11th inning. Walks it off for the Cubs, and we win the World Series in our 5th season. Let's go. Let's go. Alex Bregman, 2 for 5, 3 RBIs. Corona pinch hits for Schmidt. I questioned that, and he lines a double off the pinch hitter over the center fielder's head, scoring the game-winning run. Our bullpen, man, this is what saved us. It got a little hairy with Brash and Baz, but 5 innings of 1 hit, 11 K ball by Abreu and Vinicio, and we win the World Series in historic fashion. We were down 3 games to 2. We win game 6 and game 7 at home. We win our first World Series. Let's get now to who won the MVP? Ronald Acuna Jr. 12 for 31, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs is your World Series MVP. Wow. All right, let's get to the offseason. Let's do some offseason. I'm stoked now. You guys are going to have a long video here on this Monday. Oh, we won the World Series. That is beautiful to see. 105 and 57. What does that do for our budget? Better give us something. I'm always thinking about future budgets. 170 million leaves us with nothing. Literally leaves us with nothing. I expected this. I expected Bregman to opt out. Oof. We win the World Series. We have no money. So what do? Acuna at $17 million is worth it. Who's coming up in free agency? Arenado, which we don't need, and then Bregman. Those are the 2 best bats. Let's go. So Baz, Bregman are both going to be gone. I mean, is it time? I mean, we could just trade the Swanson contract. If we do that, who plays shortstop? I mean, is it Tim Anderson? I mean, it would have to be Tim Anderson, right? He was really good at second base, and he was below average at short. Yeah, I don't. The problem is now I can't sign any of these players to arbitration. Matt Brash, I think we are going to move on from Matt. Let's see what we can get for Brash. Wow. That was something else, guys. Griff McGarry. That was something else. Andrew Abbott. None of these guys are all that good, honestly. But we need to move on from it. We have to. It's not a question of do we want to move on from Matt Brash. We have to move on from Matt Brash at this point. What's his ARB number? 2.8. And that would save us $10 million. But he's been really bad. Oh, okay. Jerome Shoemake. We can go ahead and just trade him or just DFA him. That way we won't have to be staring at that money anymore. Nobody wants him. Okay, that's fine. We have a designate. That should get his money off of our books. Okay, that's fine. I'm not worried about that in the slightest. Gets us down to $34 million. 13.5, 5.5, 10. Just kind of making sure that there's. I mean, Mitch White's been really good. 8.8. Who was that 5.3? P. Crow Armstrong. All right. 17 million for Acuna still feels like a good amount. Swanson can't stay healthy. He's a really good shortstop, but he can't stay healthy. 27, 26, 25. We don't have anybody who can come in at short, right? That's the active roster. That's not helping. Yeah, we don't have a shortstop. So it would be Tim Anderson as our starting shortstop. Because I want to be able to sign these players to arbitration. Just get the fan interest bumps and everything else. So I think step number one is to move Brash. Let's just trade him. Let's see if we can get any sort of prospect for him. I think, well, you know what? Here, let's go here first. We have to do it today. Okay, so if we move on from Acuna, our outfield next season is Bubba Thompson, PCA, and blank. I think we keep Armstrong. I think we keep Acuna, and we move on from Swanson and Brash. I think that's the play. I think that is the play. You tell me what you guys would have done. That's what I'm going to do. We'll execute the option on Acuna. Let's go here. Let's offer Matt Brash up. Looking for a pitcher to replace him, I guess. Bring back Jacob Berry yet again. Holman's not. We could get Nick Allen. His ARB number's kind of high. Where did he play last year? He played mostly second. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Belak. What's his ARB number? 2.8. Sort of a swingman, but wasn't terrible last year for Philadelphia. Palante. I think we're going to go Palante. Bit of a reclamation project here. He was good a couple of years ago. Doesn't walk a lot of batters. Put a good defense behind him. Submit that deal. Sim ahead a day. Vicente Flores. So we're gonna thank Matt Brash for his service to the Chicago Cubs. 11-7, he went 4 seasons, 12-8, 11-7, 7-4, 41-25, and 133 starts for the Cubs. 3.28 ERA. Struck out 763 batters in 614 innings. 13.4 WAR was really, really good for us, but that number is getting expensive, so we need to do something about that. So we will do that about that, and then the other move is Dansby Swanson and his $26 million contract the next couple of years. So it's really just a matter of trading the contract, right? Like, I mean, some of these players are not bad, but the Yankees signed them to stupid contracts. Like Matt Sauer is not a bad pitcher, but that's just a ridiculous contract. Peraza, no, I think we just move. Unless if we do that, Wow. Okay, can we get both Santana and Corella? Jay Melendez. What's his contract look like? But we got Drew Romo. Can we get Corella and Santana? Abreu, Hawkins, Paddock, Wagner, Burris, Schmidt, Edwards, Angel Cepeda. I'd be fine with Angel Cepeda. But I want to edit this and see now if what it would take to submit it. Discuss trade again. Okay. So we have to retain a little bit. What about if we retain 10? Nope. 15. Nope. Discuss trade again. 20. All right, Anson Aros, 30-year-old Ben Leeper. We'll give you Ben Leeper because I think he's actually on the big league roster. All right, complete the deal. Yep, they're not going to like it, but we get a couple of bumps for the players we bring in. So we just brought in 3 new pitchers. So right now our rotation looks something like that, which isn't bad. We still don't have any money to sign anybody. So what's next? Cheville. Mitch White. I think it's Mitch White. See if we can bring in somebody who is no, nobody wants Mitch White. I think we're just gonna have to go ahead and release him. Fans don't like it. We're still at 100 because we just won the World Series. All right, so we're gonna release him. That gets us over Gerardo. We're gonna release him. All right, so we have a little bit of money. So what does that mean in terms of signings now? Let's start with Casey Schmidt. Yeah, we can't. Ugh. Okay. I don't know that we're going to be able to sign any of these players. Yeah, the most we can offer is 1.5 right now. Do we drop this? I think we're going to drop scouting a little bit. So that we can make some of these arbitration signings. I can't give him that big a contract. He wants 11.5. So let's give him 11. Romo wants 4.8. So that should be 4.5 or 4.6. 4.6. And in theory, we should get some sort of bump once we get to free agency. We can put that money back into scouting, I imagine. He's 25 years old. Just 3R. Yeah, that's way too much money, man. I can't give you that much. He wants 5.2, so we'll give him 1 year at 4.9. It's going to be 5. Oh, shoot. Okay. We just made Pete Crow Armstrong really angry. Coleman wants 2.2. We'll give him 2.1. Nunez wants 2. We will give him 1.9. 1.925. I don't really. I mean, Brown is. I mean, Hunt was terrible with the bat, and he's been terrible for 3 straight seasons. Do we have another solution at catcher? Yeah, we got Aliendo. It's just a slight drop off, so I think we can go ahead and do that. Chivili, Palante, 2826. It's 26 million. 265. 27. Thank you. And then Ben Brown, I think we want as depth. 1.5, 1.525. Okay. And then Angel Chivili. I'm just curious. Just curious. We need a shortstop. He's not a shortstop with a 45 range. And believe it or not, I think our bullpen's going to be better next year than it is this year with the players we just picked up. Chris Rodriguez, he's good, but that trading him, I don't want to pick up that ARB contract. It doesn't serve us any purpose. DaCosta, no. All right, and we'll just sign him. 5250. So the only one that's left is PCA, and he's not happy with us, but we'll see what he gets. We'll offer him the 529, and we'll just kind of go from there. What does Schmidt want? I mean, yeah. I mean, if he wants that much, we should be able to get a qualifying offer from. What about Bregman? Okay, we might be able to bring Bregman back in the off season. Offer contracts to all of them, and then we'll see who resigns, and then I can cut who I want to cut at that point. Do we need to? I don't think we need to do anything here, right? We already did this. Yeah. All right. So let's just start simming to the Gold Glove and whatnot. We did it, guys. We did it. We won the World Series. So McKinstry's not happy. Schmidt resigns. We're going to get a fan interest bump there. Chivili signs. Drew Romo. They're just slight bumps, but bumps nonetheless. AL, Gold Gloves, McKenzie, Dingler, Pacheco, Miller, Gonzalez, Marcelo Meyer, Clase, Rodriguez, Mason Auer. In the NL, Max Fried, Sean Murphy, Christian Walker, Dylan Cup, Arenado, Edwin Arroyo, Tyler O'Neill, Benny Montgomery. So no Cubs on there. No Cubs on there. So what do you guys? Do you think I made the right decision with Acuna? Because it was either Acuna or Swanson, but we weren't keeping them both. So let me know what you thought. Reynaldo Lopez won your reliever of the year in the AL, and no surprise, Esmeralyn Vinicio wins the reliever of the year in the NL. Platinum Stick in the AL, Rushman, Prado, Gonzalez, Montgomery, Rocio, Clase, Green, Judge, Dylan Cruz in the NL, Alvarez, Garcia, Bichette. Bichette having a good year in Arizona. De La Cruz, Lawler, Bryant, Corbin Carroll, Brenton Doyle, and Tamar Johnson. Tamar Johnson playing DH for the Phillies. Rookie of the year in the AL, Rudney Yao. 314, 14 home runs, 70 RBIs, and Javier Bolivar. Mikey Romero finishes third with a 325 batting average. I mean, I think we'll be okay with Anderson and Romero in the middle infield. Yeah, I mean, Anderson's not a great shortstop as we win the manager of the year. He's not a great shortstop, but it's passable. And given that Swanson only played 50 games or whatever last season. Joe Musgrove, your Cy Young Award winner in the AL. Alex Ayala, with a losing record. 8-11 wins the Cy Young in the NL. You got Paddock, Contreras, and Benicio all there. Your MVPs, Glacé in the AL, and Jordan Lawler wins his second straight Most Valuable Player award. Casey Schmidt finishes in the top 10. Let's see what happens with PCA at arbitration. He gets 5.75. Okay, so he gets a little bit more than what we would have liked, but that's fine. Finish the day. We're going to get to free agency. I'm going to take one more pause, and then we'll come back and we'll do the off-season. All right, what do we got? Any interesting international guys? Matsubara's not bad. He wants a lot of money. Ibarra, he wants a lot of money too, but he's really good. We don't really, a lot of good options in here so far from a pitching perspective. Okay, so a couple of good options. So I'm going to take another quick break, guys. I'll be back in just a second. All right, let's keep moving into the postseason or into the offseason. Do we have any money? We got a little bit of money, but that's only because we put it all into we took money away from scouting. We may put it right back in. I think we bumped ticket prices up to $35. We just won the World Series. I think we can justify that. What do we need? So I think we're okay from a pitching perspective. Burns, Paddock, Santana, Contreras, and Palante, or Corella maybe. What happens if he becomes a starter? It's not as good, but he's got the 50 stamina, so it's a possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we are stacked in the bullpen. Vinicio, Chevilla, Abreu, Nunez, Coleman, Edwards, and Corella are 7 flamethrowers in the bullpen. Do we have anybody in AAA who's ready to come up? I think Watkins gets a shot. Aliendo, we need to call up because we need a catcher. And then we got a couple other players here that might have an opportunity. So back end of our bullpen is fine. From a lineup perspective, our outfield is set. Thompson, Crow, Armstrong, Acuna with Mayer as our backup. Our infield right now is Wagner at first, which I'm not crazy about. Anderson, yeah, I say we talk to Bregman and see if we can bring him back. The ratings are still there. He's up to $16 million. I mean, we can afford it. We can go with a 30-year-old Shoji. I mean, he can rake. He can rake. Very high. I don't know. Do we go Shoji or do we go Bregman? Shoji's got the better eye. Bregman's got the better avoid K. Bregman's 3 years older. He's extremely popular. He's unknown. So we would get that fan interest bump, which I don't know how much of it we would actually see with us being at 100 right now. He wants 6 years at $18 million. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe we sim until one of them goes, and then bring in the other one. I mean, alternatively, we move Casey Schmidt to first, bring it. No, Arenado's making too much money, and there's a comp pick associated with it. Adames, $16 million. Jr. can't hit in this world. Rendon is always hurt. Gallo hit 50 home runs 2 years ago. Yeah, I think we wait and see. I don't know, because contact-wise, Bregman is a little bit better. Power-wise, Shoji is better. I think Shoji is the way to go. I think he's going to have a higher OPS because he's got better power and a better eye. So can we do something like this? He wants 4 years. What if we do... I mean, we're taking a shot here, dropping these prices, but maybe. Let me go 16, and then, or let's go 17 here, and then 15. Okay. 4 years, $58 million for a 30-year-old Matsumoto Shoji. Let's sim ahead. Oh, I forgot about Angulo. He's another one. I mean, he's out for a while, but he's another arm. We're into December, so let's go here. Yeah, Serrano, I mean, he's going to be a cheap option. Right now, low league interest. Yeah, there's some decent players here. All right, let's go ahead and see what we see. So we are going to take a fan interest bump if Bregman signs someplace else, and ultimately that's okay. I think we've built up some goodwill here with the World Series title. Okay, so far they like it. So far Shoji likes our contract offer. Man, I can't believe we came back and won that World Series. Oh, Shoji, okay. So now the Blue Jays are offering him more money. 14, 15. What if we do that? Okay, I don't want to go much higher than that, because at that point we may as well just bring back Bregman and not take the fan interest bump. Arenado goes back to St. Louis. So Shoji, Trevor Kelly's career is over. Poor guy. That pitcher signed with St. Louis, 5 years, $87 million. Andrew Vaughn signs with the Astros. Still there. 14.6. His number's gone down. Yeah, no, it doesn't really has no splits. His numbers, or his avoid K is a little bit worse against righties, but all right, who's on the trade block? You bring Chris Bryant back home. He's making way too much money. Put up 6.5 WAR in Colorado last year. Yeah, not really any. I mean, Bryant's really good, but we don't really have a home for him. Clase. Is Fujinama still a tool? He is. Yeah, there's not really a pitcher here that we need. Not really a pitcher here that we need. So let's see what happens with Shoji. Trade proposal. Alonzo Richardson for Mike Downs. No, I'm good. I'm making the right decision here, right, guys? Or is this change for the sake of change? Is that what we're dealing with here? Is that what I'm doing? Making change for the sake of change? Bregman's got 65 avoid a 65 I, 75 avoid K. 65, 60, 60. I mean, he is so good against lefties. My fear with Bregman is that the ratings decline, right? Is that the ratings decline. Bregman can also play third base though in a pinch. That's the other part here. I mean, bringing them both back would be ideal. Bringing them both back, that's an option. Bringing them both in, one DHs, one plays first base. So where can we trade from in order to save enough money to do that? I don't know that we can. It would probably be Chiavelli. Yuck. No one's offered Bregman a contract yet. So maybe we can hold off on Bregman and sign him a little bit cheaper. Grayson Rodriguez, 50%. No, you can't have Von Necker. Go away. Okay, so this is okay. Yep, we're gonna let him go to Toronto, and we will come back and we will talk to Alex Bregman, and we will bring Alex back to town on a 3-year deal, $12 million. It's actually, would he take 10? He wouldn't. Okay, so 3 years. What about 11? So he would do 3 years at 12. Hopefully that ship hasn't sailed with me screwing this up. Okay. 3 years, $12 million, Alex Bregman. That's fine. We'll get the fan interest bump from it again. And that leaves us with a little more money. We can bring back Yandy, or bring in Yandy. I forgot he wasn't on our team. He was on a different team. What does he want? That may not be a bad option either. Diaz, 70 I, 70 avoid K. I have the two of them at the top of my lineup. What's 12.6? Yeah, I'm not prepared to do that. All right, let's sim up to the Rule 5. So it might be a bit of a quiet offseason here. Just bring back Alex Bregman. We made those 2 big deals initially. And yeah, so he wants, I wonder what the end result of this contract is going to be. I'm really curious. 3 years. His ratings haven't dropped. Looks like the contact dropped a little bit, but everything else, his eye dropped a little bit in April of last season. But if he stays as a 65, like if his ratings can hold like this through another year, I think we're good with that. All right, so we're at the Rule 5. Anybody we want to put on the 40-man? Ethan Roberts, I think, has to go on the 40-man. How did Burris end up doing? A good year. So we'll move him up to AA. How did Necker end up? We already looked at that. Sorry. Alkins was our first-round pick from last season. He struggled, but move him up probably. I don't think we need to put anybody on the 40-man, so let's just go to the Rule 5. All right, pitching potential. Rodolfo Garrido. He looks okay. We don't really have a spot. Yeah, that's the thing. We don't really have a spot for a pitcher on our in our rotation right now. there. And we're just going to go ahead. I don't think we're going to do anything in the Rule 5. Kate Cavalli. Rule 5 acquisition by the Orioles. Let's look at the trade block again. Still got Brian on there. Luis Camposano's making $11 million. We got Drew Romo starting. Logan O'Hoppe, no. And it is O'Hoppe, and I love the fact that it's O'Hoppe and not O'Hop. We don't really need an outfielder. I mean, I would take Chris Bryant if they want to retain the majority of it, and we just figure out a way to play him. Kellner and White. No. Okay, I figured I would ask. I mean, it can't hurt to ask, right? Let's keep simming. It's next month. See what we see from Bregman. So we're going to take a step back defensively on the infield. But I mean, how much difference is it going to make, really? Because Swanson didn't played whatever it was, 50 games, 60 games last year or something like that. So we won the World Series without him. So maybe we can do it again this year. This is a super long video. All right, so we don't get Clark. Well, we knew he was going to sign elsewhere. We got a first-round pick. Baz signs elsewhere. Finishes at a 96. That should jump right back up once Bregman resigns, though. Scouting task, international, run practice. Yeah, I think Serrano's going to be somebody we go after for sure, and then everything else can go into Andrade. All right, let's get up to, well, Hall of Fame voting, I guess. Man, I hope Bregman doesn't cave or doesn't crash. All right, off-season center. That guy did sign. I wonder what he signed for. Let's go look at Toronto and see what he signed for. $4 years, $67 million. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. But if we can get Bregman for 3 at 12, and he can give us, 90% or 80% of what Shoji gives, I would be okay with that. All right, it's time for international signing. Let's go back to the Cubs. International amateurs. Relationships. So Serrano. Up to, oh wait, no, was it Serrano? No, it was, yeah, it was Serrano. His demand has gone up. Demand went up substantially. He was demanding $230,000 or something. We're going to go after Rogelio Andrade. Just going to offer him the max we can, 5,300. Let's see if Bregman signs. Let's see if Andrade signs. Still waiting on word from both of them. Got Andrade. Cool. Still waiting on word from Bregman. All right, so we get Alex Bregman. We don't get a fan interest bump for Alex Bregman. Really? Really? It's interesting. Huh. 18th highest payroll, 9th highest budgets, because we have so much going into scouting and development, but that's fine. Take anybody's World Baseball Classic. So yeah, we're going to have a very similar looking team to last year. We're going to have a very similar looking team to last year, which is fine. I mean, we are the defending World Series champions. Bregman will be our leadoff hitter. Anderson, Schmidt, Acuna. Yeah, it's going to be basically the same lineup as last season. Corona will back up at third and first. We got to get somebody to back up at second and short. We got a little bit of money left, but I don't know if I want to spend it. This will be it for Acuna. Yeah, more than likely that'll be it for Ronald. Paddock likely opts out, given how he's done. What do we have for shortstops? He's out with a broken kneecap. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it here. This was a very, very long episode. The rest of the offseason will just be me filling in those last couple spots, finding that backup middle infielder, maybe making a deal, dealing from position of strength out of our bullpen. I don't know. But that's going to do it, guys. We are the defending World Series champions. We did it in our 5th season. And I think our 5th season, right? Yep, our 5th season. We went 67 and 95, 72 and 90, 86 and 76, 96 and 66. Look at that. That's a 5-game improvement, 14 games, 10 games, 9 games, 3 straight division titles, or 3 straight playoff appearances with 1 World Series. So that's going to do it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate your support, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Bye-bye.